So I am picking up coffee for my hairdresser, and she's never had anything here. She said get her something small and delicious.
The small hazelnut truffle mocha.
My inner soul is definitely a redhead, and my family is from a part of the world where that is actually very common. So I have a lot of the features of a redhead, but I was born with this dirty dishwater hair color that turns into straw in the sunlight, or it's a light brown. Arguments have been had about what color my hair is. So I am not in love with it. But because I try to avoid chemicals, I don't like dyeing my hair. So I actually choose to use a henna instead on my hair. This is going to be the same henna that you are used to seeing for things like tattoos and traditionally used in Hindu cultures, but it's prepared a little bit differently. And there are a lot of benefits to using henna. One benefit is that it actually fades out of the hair really nicely. And so if I'm not able to afford the upkeep, or I choose not to get it done, it doesn't look like there's a sharp line in my hair. It kind of just gradually falls out. I can always tell where it is, but it's not super obvious to other people. So there's not a ton of upkeep to it. I absolutely love doing the henna, and I love the way that it makes my hair feel. It does have a lot of nutrients to it, so my hair is always softer and shinier and a lot more nourished when I am doing the henna consistently than without. But it can interfere with traditional dyes, and so you'll need to do your research if you choose to switch over to henna. And if you think that you might want to go back to traditional dyes, you'll have to wait until the henna is fully grown out. So just a word of caution, do a lot of research if you decide to try it. This works well for me because I will never use an actual hair dye on my hair. I kind of sprung doing the curl set on my hairstylist Jessica, so she did not have time to prepare for doing this, but she did a phenomenal job. And I just have to say, I cherish the fact that the women in the 40s and 50s and 60s who could afford it were able to go to the salon regularly to have their hair set done. I believe at that point in time they were doing it every single week. I would absolutely adore to be able to do that, but it's just not in my budget. I was in the middle of prepping my nails for today's Sunday manicure. I couldn't take it anymore. I have to do my hair reveal. The most that I've seen is just this little bit on my hairline. We did a new henna yesterday, and then we did a professional curl set for the very first time, but we did it wet. So I have not seen this color dry in my hair ever. I am so excited. The 1-inch curling rods were almost too big for my bonnet. Get all of them out from the front. She did such a beautiful set. I am so excited. Remember last week when I did this set for myself, I only used 4 of the curling rods. She used 10 of them and said she could have used more in the back if I had them, because my hair is long enough and thick enough that we could have gone with more. I'm not gonna lie, a really big part of me is excited to not have them in my hair anymore. They're not fully dry. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave the rest of them in until they fully dry. They've been in for 24 hours, but they've been in for 24 hours in the bonnet, which is satin. So there's not a lot of airflow in there. So it sounds like we're gonna go do my nails and then I'll be back. Okay, good morning. I had to sleep on them again because they still were not dry enough. I usually put them up when I sleep anyways, so by the time that they were dry enough-ish, it was already time for bed. These have been in now for 36 hours or so. It was 1 o'clock on Saturday and it is Monday morning. If they're not dry now, it doesn't matter because I have to go to work and I cannot do this anymore. They're really uncomfortable for this length of time. The biggest frustration is that I still have not seen my hair with the new henna. We did use Motion's styling foam, I think is what it's called, but it's a setting lotion. My scalp already feels so much happier having these taken out. They're not terrible to sleep on. I used a really squishy, foamy pillow so that I could do it, but it's just a long time to have anything like that in your hair. Oh, there's still one more. See, I didn't even feel that one. So nervous for the brush out. The hardest part to get right, at least. I'm trying the big comb this time instead of the finger brushing to start with, to get just most of any tangles out that might be there. Because as we've seen before, the finger brushing does not work for me. This does seem to be working better. And the wide tooth comb was actually my hairstylist suggestion for brushing out. Thank you, Jessica. My hairstylist truly is just absolutely amazing. I met her at work and we were talking about my scalp issues, and I had done a perm I think 2 years before I met her, and I was still recovering. I'm still recovering from that perm. My hair was not happy about it. Told her that, you know, I really love doing henna, but there's not many people locally who will do it. These are gorgeous. She went home and did a bunch of research for me so that she could do it for me, which was just the sweetest thing ever. Every issue that I've brought up since then, she genuinely cares about your scalp health, your hair goals, everything that you are trying to accomplish. She's trying to accomplish. And I actually have some trauma surrounding my hair from when I was a child. I had grown it really long. I think it was down to my hip line at that point, and I'd gone in to get it cut to like my mid back. The stylist took it back in a ponytail and chopped it up to my chin. It wasn't even like my shoulders, it was my chin. I was 9 and I bawled. I was just so incredibly upset over the loss of my hair. All in all, I am very happy with that. I don't like how this is sitting though. I think that part just needs to relax. So I'm gonna do my mock victory rolls. Of course I am. What else would I do? So as a child, the hairstylist had just completely taken away my hair. You know, and I have been very particular on who touches it since then. And then I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism when I was 18. And so I've had a lot of hair growth issues. And I've always had eczema in my scalp. Like that was diagnosed when I was like 10 or 12, I think. And so, you know, I have a lot of issues surrounding my hair, and every single one she's done immense of research on and has worked really hard to help me accomplish my hair goals. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest, she is Shades of Sirens. And if you're not, that's what a good hairstylist looks like. And I hope you have one. And we got to the point where my hair was long enough that she was able to take multiple inches off. The game that we play when we trim my hair is, what's the minimum? What's the brave trim amount? And where do I want it? And she always goes where I want it. But she lets me know, like, hey, your hair really needs it at this spot. But she never takes off more just because she thinks it's best or anything like that. I definitely built up a trust with her. So when you're doing this with a curl set, after you put it up, separate the curl out so you can brush it again into a curl that looks nice. I am super happy with this. She also suggested a brush that's on Amazon, so I'm going to include my affiliate link to it in the description down below. I think it was called like Denmark. Here's a picture of it, and she said that that was a really good option for brushing out curl sets too. It's been around forever. Hold it at the base so you don't pull. One thing that I truly love about this look is it's just so like, sweet. Alright, we've got quite a bit of frizz going on up top, but I think I don't want to put pomade in it for this first day because I might wear it down entirely tomorrow. I'm just taking a teasing comb and trying to brush some of that frizz into the style. This side's kind of doing its own thing. That's okay because I have to go to work. So here is the completed bright henna in my dark, dirty dishwater light brown hair with a professional curl set. To see the difference between the professional curl set and when I did it by myself, go and watch this video next. I think she did a much better job.